Good afternoon, good evening for some people. Hey, thanks so much for joining the live stream. I'll let everyone catch up for a moment. It's a great week, and I have a lot going on, and I need some help. So if you would, just stay along for a few minutes. Let me give you some background on what I'm working on and how I need your help. That's right. I need your help to make a big impact in automotive retail. So if you work in the automotive industry and you have friends who are involved with automotive retail marketing, right? They work at dealerships. They could be the marketing manager, BDC director. If you're in automotive retail, I need your help. And I just need just a few minutes of your time to outline what I need. And then I'd love for some people to raise their hand and say, I'm willing to help. So if you're watching on the live stream, in the comments, why don't you just say hello so I can see that. If you're watching it later, no problem. I'm going to put my email address in the notes here so you can... if I spelled my name right, that would be even better. Boom. Okay, there we go. So that is the email address to use. All right, so let me set the framework. And again, if you're watching live, feel free to say hello. In about 10 days, Jose, how are you? From Italy. Yes. Hey, congratulations on the 100-meter run in the Olympics. Italy won. That was awesome. I think also the pole vaulter from Italy shared the gold medal. I thought that was amazing. So congratulations to Italia. I'll be back in Italy in September and October, so I can't wait to get back and enjoy our home in Montalcino and to see some friends, of course, in Italy. So let me tell you what I need. I need your help. I need your help. So in about 10 days, I'll be releasing a very important research report on Google Ads, Google advertising in the automotive industry. And let me set the framework for that. I'm going to a new lens on how we can measure the effectiveness of Google Ads to generate a sales opportunity to sell a new or used car. Instead of using terms that have been used for years that are very vague, like cost per lead, I'm going to build the case why we need to have new frameworks to measure the effectiveness of our Google Ads campaigns. And then also, which will be eye-opening for many people, that the agency reports that they're getting are vague. You could even say misleading. And that the cost per lead that dealers think could be actually 5 to 10 times higher than it actually is being reported by their agency. So I need some dealers to be willing to email me a copy of their Google Ads report from a previous month. You know, sometime in 2021 is great. I don't care if you're spending $3,000, $5,000, or $10,000 a month. It's not about the dollar amount. I want to take a look and see the way in which the agency is reporting what the dealer gets for that spend. And so some agency reports are very clear and some are very vague. But I wanted to collect a sample anonymously. I will not be using any dealer names or dollar amounts, but I really want to look at the way in which Google certified agency partners are reporting the results from the Google SEM spend. And what do I mean by that? Some agencies just say you got so many conversions, and conversions is never defined. Others will say you got so many phone calls from Google, so many phone calls from your website, so many lead forms, so many chats and text or digital retailing leads. They'll break it out, meaning they'll break out the leads by department. And then, of course, there's some amazing insights we can gain when we look at the way in which the industry reports. See, there's no standards. Google certifies agencies, but there's no standard by which these reports are generated. Let me just also pause something here that may be taking up a little power from my computer. So here's what I need. I need you to just pick up your most of the time they come in as a PDF, or if you have a dashboard, you can do some screenshots, but I just want you to send me, what does your agency send you each month to report on your Google Ads spend? And again, what I'm looking at is not how much you're spending. It's not to do a sales pitch. It's basically to showcase how different agencies report the effectiveness of Google Ads, because in this research, I will be presenting a new framework that I believe will help dealers optimize their ad campaigns. And why do I say that? Recently at the Digital Marketing Strategies Conference in Napa Valley, I shared a sneak peek at some of my research. And I asked companies like Car Wars, CallSource, CallReview, and Interactive Tell to share some research that they did to support my research on what are the call outcomes when people call from a Google SEM campaign. And the results are very eye-opening. I also talk to dealers, and I've been talking to them for years, 16 years to be exact. You know, what percentage of their Google SEM lead forms are already in the CRM, meaning it's not a new lead, it's somebody that is currently already in the CRM, already talking. And typically it's around 20% dedupe. There's also times where the same consumer will submit 2 leads. Again, there's normal deduping. I'd love for anyone to share any data from their CRM that shows when the Google Ads leads come in, what percentage of them are deduped down. So are they losing 10%, 20%, 30%? That's another very important stat. And of course, I have many dealers that I work with and coach on a regular basis that are sending me reports, but I want to widen the scope of my inspection. So what I'm asking is the monthly report that you get from your agency on your Google ad spend, if you would just forward it to brian@brianpash.com, I will not publish anything. I'm looking at the type of metrics and examples. So how does Dealer On, Dealer Inspire? How does Dealer eProcess? How does Force Marketing versus Tier 10 marketing? How does the different agencies report? How does Syncro report to show dealers a view into their campaign performance so they know which campaigns are working better? And anyone who does participate and share that data with me, I'll make sure you get an advance copy a few days early of everyone else on the new Google Ads research report. Now, the reason why I'm doing it is because now more than ever, dealers need new KPIs, new metrics in which to optimize their marketing spend. And the ones that they're using, still, I go to 20 group meetings, and I've been to 2 since COVID has been really over from a lockdown standpoint. And things like bounce rates still start coming up. And time on site still coming up. Very few 20 groups are talking about the metrics or KPIs that show how engaged the shopper was. Also, in this research report, I'm going to debunk a kind of misinformation campaign that was very popular for years, is that a dealer should cancel their third-party classified sites and increase their spend in Google, and they can replicate and get the same amount and same high-quality traffic and exposure to their vehicles that they can get from third-party marketplaces. Of course, my research is going to expose that the proponents of that education or that strategy were behind the scenes getting a lot of sales incentive cash from Google. And of course, it made sense, right, to look for any channel that they could get their hands on, cancel that, and move more money through Google because they were getting compensated on it. Ooh. Yeah, it's a pretty eye-opening report, especially when we have folks like George Ninny at Generations Digital, Dan Moore at VistaDash, and others who have done data studies showing that the engagement, the shopper engagement, the quality of traffic coming off of third-party portals into the dealer websites are significantly higher engagement than the average Google SEM campaign or Google Ads campaign. Also, when you understand the difference between cost per lead and cost per sales opportunity and CSO sales opportunity regarding newer used cars is completely different than cost per lead. Meaning dealers may think, oh, my cost per lead on Google is, $30. But when they really find out that the cost per sales opportunity is $150, $200, or even $300 a sales opportunity, it changes the dynamics. It changes the entire conversation. But because of the way Google Ads is reported or not reported, because of the lack of discipline in setting up standards for goal conversions, because of the complexity of dealership websites, dealers have been somewhat in the dark about how to really estimate their value, what they get from the Google Ads campaign. And that's what I'm going to be working on releasing in about 10 days. I would like to get a larger sample of dealer reports that they get from their agencies that show how their Google Ads campaigns are running. And it would even be fun to get some reports from dealers outside the US just to see how widespread the need for new KPIs, new metrics to effectively analyze the effectiveness of Google Ads. The problem is most dealers forget on how important fixed ops is to local shoppers, and that most of their conversions from Google SEM are for fixed ops, meaning service, parts, body shop, recall work. It's amazing when you look at the data that the call tracking companies have provided. And then also this research report will help also support the value of the first-party data and the value of first-party marketplaces. So I think that the whole automotive industry will breathe a sigh of relief when we finally talk plainly about having a more measured, modeled media mix that are aligned with what dealers want, is the ability to sell more new and used cars. Now, of course, we're talking at a time where dealers are selling more cars than they have on the lot. They have almost negligible floor planning costs because of how quickly cars are moving. But this is a short-term issue, and we need to come out of this time of high profits, high turn, with a more, reasonable, more sustainable marketing strategy. And we'll do that because this research report is going to show some of the new KPIs. And then in November at the Automotive Analytics and Attribution Summit and the CXO Summit, we are going to hopefully have a whole list of new KPIs and metrics to challenge the automotive industry to embrace, to operate retail automotive dealerships with a higher efficiency, higher profitability. So we have a lot to talk about in November. So I said I would be short, so let me stick to that promise. I'm looking for dealership marketing managers, dealer principals, general managers who will confidentially share their last Google Ads agency report with me, Brian at brianpash.com. I will not share the reports with anyone. It will just be for my eyes only. I will not be mentioning any dealership names, how much they spent. I don't care how much you've spent. I want to see how the agency is reporting the performance of the spend. Are they very detailed? Are they very vague? Are they rounding up cost per lead? Are they talking cost per sales opportunity? Are they breaking out sales and service opportunities individually? Are they using integrated call tracking with call outcomes? There's a lot of things that I want to see, and hopefully move the conversation to develop a new set of standards to hold marketing investments in a way that allows dealers to adjust the knobs and get more sales opportunities per month for their marketing dollars, because most of the marketing comes out of the variable operations budget, not fixed ops. So enough being said, would you share this video with your friends? Would you share it with members of your 20 group? I just need, it could be any month this year, your Google SEM report, just 1 month is fine. Send that report to brian@brianpash.com, and anybody who does, I'll add you to the VIP early release on the Google SEM report to help dealers sell more cars in a digital age at the highest level of profitability and efficiency through better insights into marketing mix and marketing dollar allocation. So have a great day, everyone. It is Mondays. Let's start the week strong, and I appreciate your help in helping me educate the greater automotive industry to help dealer principals, dealership marketing managers, and OEMs see the truth about the efficiency of each marketing channel that connects consumers with local car dealers. Have a great day, everyone.